Hey y'all, I'm Kasey.
And I'm MG, and this is Soul Tide.
We are two platonic soulmates sharing our thoughts and feelings on friendship, social issues, and healing in today's America.
With a focus on queer existence in the evangelical South and answering the philosophical questions that come with it.
Hey y'all, welcome to the pod.
What's up, everybody?
Did you get a new shirt?
No.
I don't think I've seen it on you.
What?
Yeah.
This shirt
I think I would remember a striped shirt.
It is plaid. It's just dark.
It just
Definitely.
looks like it's brown with stripes.
Okay. I mean, it's orange and blue. So
Okay, maybe I have seen it.
yeah, there we go. I just know that I look best in moon or candlelight, and so so I found a little YouTube video to
A YouTube video. Oh. That's funny. That's funny. Cute. Nice and cozy over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you had some tea that was a little spooky that just happened to you and Lori?
Yeah, I had it was all interconnected, which was strange. Lori went and got her hair done today at the shop, and that's where all the gossip happens. And so she had been home for like 2 hours and hadn't told me this. And then she goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I had like a little bit of tea to tell you." And I'm like, "Bitch, how dare you hold out on me for 2 hours? We've played Uno like 3 times and you didn't tell me this." So it's not super big tea, but up there, my godmother happens to say, "Have you heard from your brother, my uncle?" And she goes, "No, we don't speak." And they were like, "Well, we have." And I said, "Oh my goodness." So apparently someone who, like, one of his friends' fathers, like, he passed away. And on, the little thing where you can like leave a message on the funeral home website, Shane decides to leave a message. And it was something along the lines of, this man that had passed away was one of the three most honorable men he's ever known in his entire life. That man being one, my grandfather being the other, and my godfather being the third, which was really strange. And then it showed like where he was, right? Which is like in somewhere, we'll say somewhere near Hot Springs. Which makes sense because he's been getting arrested in Garland County a lot. But we were all just kind of like, that's very strange. Suddenly he shows up and like makes this comment, which is really weird because I kind of thought maybe he was dead because we just hadn't heard from him in a long time.
Well, weren't those people looking for him, like bounty hunters or something?
Oh, yes, that was the story I was going to tell. because we had that conversation, I relate that the whole conversation I had to this woman on the phone to Lori, because I guess she hadn't heard some of it. I just told her that this person called me. So I guess this was 2-ish years ago. I'm hanging out, sitting on my bed. I get a call, unknown number. For some reason, I decide to pick it up. This woman is distraught. She's got a high-pitched voice. And she's like, "Is this," because I have my dad's old phone number from like 15 years ago. So whatever freaking paperwork that this lady had found had my number on it, but for my dad. And I was like, "It sure isn't." And she was like, "Do you know him?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's my dad." And so then I'm guarded because I'm thinking it's about my dad, and I'm like, "What?" And she goes, I'm trying to get in touch with, I guess, your uncle." And I was like, "Shane?" And she said, "Yeah, Shane, he's missing." And she's like crying. And I'm like, but I don't give a fuck. So I said, "Okay. How long's he been missing?" And she goes, "Days. We can't find him. Do you know where he is?" And I said, listen, I haven't spoken to him in at least 5 years. I don't know where he is. But I guess you call back and you let me know if you find him. And she's just like going on this whole act, and she's saying that they've been dating and that she's like scared for him and doesn't know where he is. And I was like, I said, I don't know what came over me, but I was like, honey, honestly, if he's gone right now, I would take this chance to run. I would get away from him while you have the moment to do so, because he's insane and I don't think you should be with him. And she goes, and she's been talking literally like, oh my God, oh my God. And she goes, okay, listen. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a bounty hunter. And I said, shit.
She had you fooled?
Yeah, well, I was just like, okay. I was like shocked by the sudden like change in voice, because obviously she was just trying to get me like emotional to tell. And I was like, damn, that's a good act you got. And she goes, I feel like I can be honest with you. He owes my bail bondsman company a lot of money, and we've been looking for him for a while. And I was like, that makes sense. That tracks for him for sure. And she goes, so you really don't know where he is? And I said, no. I legitimately haven't spoken to him. She was like, does your mom know? And I was like, no, I live with her. I would know. And she goes, fuck. Well, I guess just call me back if
Oh
you
my
if.
God.
And I was like, listen, I'm so serious. I will. And I've really enjoyed this conversation. This was lovely for me. I really enjoyed it. And she was like, all right, have a good day. I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, what an experience. And I would have told her.
Honestly, in all that, I would be like, so how did you get my number? Like, while she's sitting there crying, I'm like, how did you get my number? Like, did he give it to you one day or what?
Yeah, I was like, I was just flabbergasted, because I was like, why is this woman crying to me? And I was thinking, God knows, like, what my uncle puts the women he dates and or marries through. I would probably be crying as well. But I was very, very confused. But so, come back to today. Lori and I have those 2 conversations, and then this is where the spooky thing happens. I go in the bathroom. I can't even remember what I was going to get. I think I forgot it and had to go back in later. I walk in the bathroom. A smell hits me immediately, which is the very vivid smell of my grandmother. And I said, Lori, come in the bathroom? Will you? And so she comes in, and I'm like, hey, because I don't say what I smell. And so I'm like, what do you smell right now? And she just like slowly turns to look at me. And I was like, it's bad. It was so weird. It was so weird. I've never like smelled someone that was gone until that moment. And I was like, what is actually happening? Lori like left the bathroom. She has not gone back in there. She won't use that bathroom today probably. And every time I go back in there, the smell's still there. Yeah, and night before last, we had just been talking about the fact that Lori has yet to put her in the ground where she wants to be in, because she got cremated. And so I told her, I was like, she's gonna start haunting us if you don't put her ass in the ground. And what the fuck happens next? A poltergeist, an olfactory poltergeist. And I'm like, this is insane. And so Lori's pretty spooked about it, because it was very weird. And it wasn't like her perfume, because like I have a bottle of her perfume that she used to wear like in there. It wasn't that. It wasn't like any products that she used to use. And Lori was up at the shop. I said, have you gone in there since you were up at the shop? Because like that's where her best friend worked. So I was like, maybe I'm getting the smells confused. And she was like, no, I literally haven't gone in there. So it was just the smell of her, and it's just in the bathroom. So
Wonder why it's in the bathroom.
well, that bitch spent half of her life in the fucking bathroom.
She just smacks you on the head for saying that.
Out of my chair right now. No, literally, we would be like all in the car ready to go, and she would run out of the house like all of her rollers still in the thing, like putting rollers in her. So she spent the majority of her life in the bathroom getting ready. So that would make sense as to why it
Oh
would
my
be.
God.
Yeah. But I was like, that's creepy, that's spooky. I don't know how to explain it. So
Yeah. No, I smell Nana often.
I know, and so
Yeah.
that's why you would find that particularly interesting because like
Yeah. It's funny that you said that to her about she's gonna haunt her if she doesn't put her in the ground or spread her ashes or whatever she wanted. But yeah, that's funny that happened not too long after, and that she brought up Shane. So
yeah, yeah.
um, I smell Nana, but I smell her perfume, and it's
Mhm.
random, and a lot of the time or I think the only time it's ever. Because if I'm out in public, I don't think too much of it because it's an old woman smell.
Right.
But in the house, I'll smell it sometimes, and I've smelt it not too long ago. I think it was like a week or so.
Oh.
I was in the car and I smelt it, and I just was like, "It's random, okay."
Like scare me right now, I'm driving.
Right. Well, I wasn't even scared. I was like, "This is random that you're in the car right now." Like, what? I'm like, "Let me change the station." But yeah, I have a bottle of her perfume too, but I think I've only sprayed it like a handful of times, but n not any I haven't sprayed it in a while, not any time like where I should still be smelling it.
Yeah.
And I have a robe, and I don't know if it smells like her now, but in the beginning, first like year that I had it, or first, yeah, year or two that I had it, it smelled like her natural smell, but I
Right.
think I've probably washed it too many times. It might be out now, but I have her robe, and I'll like spray her robe with her perfume here and there, or I'll just like go and smell the perfume,
Yeah.
just to sniff it, just to save it. So, but yeah, that's very interesting. I wonder, I don't know. I mean, like, there's different ways that they can show you that
Yeah.
they're here with you.
Yeah.
Um, and so I wonder if there's like a significance or anything of why they do like the smell.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like, hey, it's for sure me.
Yeah. Girl. Well, I mean, I know like our olfactory system is like the strongest system that can like trigger a memory. Like our smell is the thing that can connect most quickly to a memory. So that might make sense if
Yeah.
because maybe like just going with the paranormal shit is real. Maybe there are a whole bunch of other signs that we just miss because our other senses aren't as strong, and that's the one that we notice the most because it's what our brain does best.
Right. Yeah. And my smell is pretty, it's not like bad, but it's off. And so it's like hard to trust my smell because Grant will smell something a lot sooner than I will.
Yeah.
And um or sometimes I don't trust what I'm smelling because I'm like, am I making this up right now?
You're like, is the house on fire right
No,
now?
yeah, literally. So it's like hard to trust my sense of smell. It's been messed up ever since I had COVID. And not
Mm,
that my COVID was bad or anything, but I just noticed that my smell was a little off ever since then. I think I taste everything fine, but it's just like my smell is a little off.
that's interesting.
So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's spooky. It's weird. I'm just listen. If Shane shows up at the door, freak out.
Oh my
Uh,
God. And you were just thinking, or you were just dreaming too about how people in my life in the past.
oh no.
You just had that dream about people in my life coming, like two specific people.
That's
So, and then Shane happened. So,
oh no. Yeah, Shane and your dad would get along really well.
or they would kill each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think maybe, I don't know how Shane is. I've never met him, but
yeah,
David's very like, I'm the boss.
yeah. And now that I say that, like Shane's one of those narcissists he's all charm 90% of the time. Like he's not like and unless until he like snaps, he's very much controlled, and he's also extraordinarily intelligent. Like his
As they
ACT
are.
were crazy. Like they just let him go straight to college and skip like a year.
Oh,
And then
wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, and then he of course like dropped out.
Ah, wasted potential.
Yeah. Literally, didn't he get like a perfect score on his ACT? He got a 30 in English and got a scholarship. Yeah. So he a 36 on his English and ACT.
He could have been an evil genius. He could be running the country right now, probably.
100%. And that's actually what they mentioned when Lori was up at the shop. They were like, he totally wasted his life. They were asking, if we kept up with him. And I was like, no, I just look every now and then to see if he got arrested. And I was like, one of the last times was on my birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm like, I wonder if he looked at the date and was like, oh.
Time to drink.
But yeah, crazy and weird.
Yeah. David is really smart too. My biological father, my mom was telling me that when they were still together that he was going to college to do some kind of like bioengineering or something with lots of numbers. He's really good with numbers. And he was going to college for that, but then he had that back injury and he got addicted to whatever, I guess hydrocodone probably, whatever back painkiller that they put him on, and it just kind of spiraled even further from there. So he didn't get to do that and he just fucked his life up, and then yeah, sad.
And then
It's really sad. It's really sad with people wasting potential because like they know.
Yeah.
They know what they should and shouldn't be doing, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I really don't understand what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't, I've spent way more time around Shane than I have your dad, but Shane, I would be very comfortable saying that he has a narcissistic personality disorder. Like he's not just like, oh, he's a narcissist, but like he has the actual disorder, if not a little bit of sociopathy. So the man is interesting to be around. Fucking hilarious, I will say. Fucking hilarious, but I'll just crazy enough to where I'm like, allegedly, of course, did you burn your mother-in-law's house down for the insurance money? I think you did, allegedly, of course. Did you throw your wife down the stairs? Allegedly, of course you did. But alleged, it's all alleged. Listen, but so yeah, he's a crazy person, and it is what it is, and it sucks with the wasted potential, because like literally he's like really handsome. He was always really handsome and like charming when he wanted to be, and extremely intelligent, and so it's like, damn, that sucks. And he probably could have been a really cool uncle, but shit, decided not to be. But every time I've been around him, he's just acted like he's been in my life the whole time.
As they do.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I haven't seen you in 10 years. And
he's just like, I've been stalking you on social media. I'm a part of your life.
Yeah, literally. The last time I spent like might have been the last time I saw him was my grandmother's funeral. And I was living in Tulsa at the time. And he was like razzing me and like pretending to like mess with me about living in Tulsa. And I was like, you don't get to like mess, like make fun of me like in a fun way. Like we have a relationship or anything. This is very strange of you. And then his wife fell over because she was so drunk and got food all over her floor length fur coat that she wore to the funeral.
Oh my God.
I can't say anything. I was really high.
I was thinking today about our witchy segment that we're going to start doing.
Yes.
Which Angie and I will start doing it soon. We just have to get some things in order before we really start. And I was trying to think of like what, because I want to do a photo shoot too.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I was trying to think about that. I'm like, we could do our own photo shoot, like something very simple. We don't have to. I was like, we could probably go out across the street to my neighbor's and like do something in her yard, and she'd probably be okay with it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And then I did a little bit. I started my research today, like just getting the information together for our first segment. And so I'm excited about that. So I want to get that together. And I still need Grant to show me how to work the video on the laptop and stuff. So I still need him to show me that. Because if not, I mean, I'm banking on that to work, because if not, then that'll kind of set us back a little bit more, because I'll have to buy a camera, depending on how expensive the camera is. But I might be able to get something pretty basic. I'm not sure. I'm not knowledgeable on cameras, so I don't know. But yeah.
I trust you with the technological aspects.
Speaking of the technical blah 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 blah. Speaking of that, you have such a wonderful, beautiful, gifted voice, and I want you to let me be your manager on that aspect.
No, I just hang up.
You're like, Kaylin, take it over.
Actually, Kaylin is my manager, so you'll have to go through her.
Okay, I'm scared, actually.
Yeah, you should be. Look at that little thing. What are you looking at? You're too cute. Yeah, I had a feeling you would bring it up. How dare you?
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
The amount of like recordings I have of you, and I'm just like, I could just put like an album out. A whole ass album.
An illegal EP.
Yep. And I'll say it's me. I'm like, this is my song.
See, my problem is that like I like to write. I feel like my strong suit is lyrics, and I don't know how to quite write music that suits my voice to go with said lyrics. So a lot of my songs sound the same and are like in the same format, where it's not really like quote unquote like showcasing my like vocal range or like my vocal strengths. So that's why I'm not proud of a lot of my like original music.
Well, everything you sent me I loved, and I thought this last one was really good. I don't know when that's the last time you sent me a recording, but yeah, I thought it was just really good. And I was like, bitch, I swear to God, if you don't start publishing these songs.
Yeah, well, I think honestly I will literally write like 2 songs a year. I'll just suddenly get the urge, and in the last maybe couple years I've started to take myself a lot less seriously, because I definitely was like kind of raised to be a musician, and like I was definitely being pushed in that direction, specifically like by my dad. And so there was so much pressure when I would write a song. I was like, people are going to hear this, like I'm going to have to show this to someone important that could decide if I can have a career or not. And since I've like taken that pressure off of myself, I'm like, no one's going to hear it, and unless it's like you or my mom or something. I feel like I actually write better. So because I'm like, the pressure isn't there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I actually really liked this song, honestly. I thought it was a cool concept, and it took me like an hour, so it was chill. But you know where I stand on being a musician or wanting to try that, and
Well, so Grant does the same thing. So he'll write a song and
Mhm.
he'll perform it to me, and I'm like, okay, and like, are you gonna go do a recording right now and like put it up? Like, because he used to do that in the past, and he's like, no, I just don't have the passion for it anymore. And I totally get him not having the passion, but I'm just like, but you keep putting out, like, you keep putting, like, keep creating really good songs and putting, I don't know, they're just really good. I'm like, do something with it.
Yeah.
God knows if I could sing. Next Miley Cyrus, okay? I'm just
You're like, I would have been had a record deal.
I would have been like, everyone look at me.
Yeah, I have a lot of insecurities, because it's like I've had a long relationship with music, and I was having this exact conversation with Lori earlier, where I'm I feel really insecure about like specifically my guitar playing. We have 10 minutes, by the way. And I think had I not had that wreck that like destroyed my nerves in my hand, that I probably would have already pursued music. Oh, that's super cute. What's happening right now? Or maybe you're getting a concussion. I can't tell. Oh, look at that. Look at that. He's so cute. Anyway, so I think that's another reason why, like, because I have like people that I could be like, hey, would you like to listen to this? And like, if you like it, like, could I, sit in with your band or something? I just don't have any confidence in my playing because of my nerve damage, because I can only play for so long, and I can't do a lot of chords because of it. So,
Well, even like what you put behind the song, I thought it went really well.
Thanks.
I mean, it doesn't have to be anything crazy.
Well, no, of course not. But I mean, like, they're like specifically the musician that I know that plays a lot with like a famous like Memphis musician. I would not feel confident like going and playing guitar in front of her, and I don't like singing without my guitar because it's like my comfort.
Was it like if someone else was playing the guitar, you would be okay with singing?
I don't know. I mean, I think I could probably do rhythm, for myself, which is all I do like when I write, but I don't know. Listen, were I to ever pursue my music career, I would love to be like a Memphis cover band queen, just like go and like a dirty dive bar, and like on a Friday night or something, and not really like I would never want to be famous. I would just like a musician to be a musician for fun. I heard that. Mm,
Well, maybe in another life.
mm.
Maybe
Maybe.
in another life I'll be gifted. I think if I like took music lessons, I probably would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe because I feel like everyone has the ability to. They
Yeah.
just need like a lesson of finding their range and whatnot.
Yeah.
And on my dad's side, three of my cousins, well, that's all of them. So like on my dad's side, so like Jordan,
Yeah.
who him and his two sisters, they're all musically gifted. The girls sing, and then Jordan, I think he can sing, he just doesn't, but he does other stuff. So, and I'm like, I feel like I also could do that. I just don't know how.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, take a lesson,
yeah.
So some people are just like kind of find it early, that like lessons or anything. I mean, why not? And I'm not saying never for me either. I'm just not in the space to do it right now.
Speaking of lessons, I was thinking of I was like, I really, really, really would like to learn another language.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing Duolingo for over
Right.
500 days now, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm only getting so far with that. And I'm like, I know if I had someone to teach me and like help me stay accountable and learn, because I learn better like in person and like actually doing something, not just on my phone or paper or
Right.
whatever. And I'm like, what if I got a tutor for Spanish and maybe ASL?
Mm-hmm. That would be super cool.
And I was like, I'm sure that would be really expensive, but
I'll need that eventually. So yeah, please.
I just teach you every time I come. I'm like, okay, this is how you sign that you can't hear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that would be awesome if you did that.
Yeah, because then I could be a translator. And I think that would be really cool to be a translator
Yeah.
or talk shit about somebody in
Yeah.
another language while they're sitting right next to me.
Or yell that ICE is in the building.
Right, right. Yeah, exactly. Or like, you know how like people will go into the nail shops and then they'll like not let them know they can speak their language. And then these people are like maybe saying something funny or weird or whatever. And this person just starts speaking their language and they're just like,
Well,
they're like, oopsie. Just kidding, you're not ugly.
I randomly, when I was like, I had this is cringy. I was like 13 maybe, and I was like, I'm gonna be in the FBI, obviously. So I was like, I'm gonna be in the FBI. I'm gonna be like an FBI agent, and I'm gonna go and learn. I'm gonna start like learning Arabic. and I'm gonna go do everything possible that the FBI will want me when I go to college. And so I was like looking into everything and whatever. And I did learn a tiny bit of Arabic, just enough to know if someone was talking shit. It's totally gone from my brain now. Just like basic greetings. I knew if people were talking shit, like whatever. I went to a coffee shop with my mother. This guy was like being super misogynistic and talking shit. And just I let him. And then on the way out, I like told him goodbye in Arabic. And he went, and I was like, yeah, bitch, talk shit about me. Because I think that's one that people do not expect white people to know. That was interesting. But yeah, I feel like Spanish, I feel like, especially at a time like this, like we should know at least enough.
Yeah, also because we're right, we're neighbors. So I mean, like if we have anybody, it is Hispanic people.
Right.
And so especially, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like there are quite a bit of people, and I think it'd be cool to have like when I go to a Mexican restaurant, sometimes you can tell that the person doesn't know a lot of English.
Right.
And I would like to be able to be like, hey, I'm cool.
This is super bueno, dude. No worries.
I can have a conversation with you and we can get this figured out.
Yeah.
The food I want to order.
Yeah. That's all you need to know.
That's all. Yeah, that's all I need to know. I can order for the whole table in Spanish. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. And ASL, I haven't seen I've only seen like a couple of people sign and I remember one time I was at the mall and there was a whole like row of tables, like 10 tables, and there was just everyone at the table was doing ASL.
Whoa.
And I thought that was really cool. I was like, this is insane. And I'll probably never see this in my lifetime again. But I thought that was crazy. And I just like, I think that would be really cool to also be able to learn. So I might do something with that. I don't know. I can do the alphabet in ASL and that's like it. But yeah, maybe we'll get somewhere. Are you working tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it rainy there?
It is. It's
okay.
raining.
Yeah, it's been rainy all day here. It's been very annoying. I can handle the cold. I can handle rain, but I don't like them together.
I do. Yes, I completely agree. I'll be taking my little raincoat out and hoping that people tip better.
Yes. I hope they do. I hope they do indeed. Grant has to go pick up that package that got sent to our old rent house for some reason.
Crazy.
And he's gonna go to the store for me and get a few things because I'm gonna make some my nice special grilled cheese. I lost the word. Grilled cheese.
And that was the word you couldn't think of, was grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck am I trying to say right now?
Yeah.
My special grilled cheese that I make in soup. Really excited for that because it is quite yummy.
Hell yeah. I've been thinking about a really fancy grilled cheese that I had one time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever go to Fuel when it was
We have less than a minute, just so you know.
Anyway, I like grilled cheese, you like grilled cheese, and that's what will unite us as Americans is our love of processed cheese in between buttery bread.
Amen.
Hallelujah, won't we do it?
Okay. All right, homie, love you.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.